What is going on, guys? Ryan Nelson here, and today we're taking a look at the EOS R paired up with the Atomos recorder, which allows you to put the EOS R in a beast mode. A lot of people are pairing this up with the Ninja V, which is a smaller, more portable recorder, but I decided to go with the Atomos Shogun Inferno. But they're very similar in what they do and what their capabilities are, so let's get into it. So what this recorder does is allows you to record 4K 10-bit and 422 from the R. Now internally in the R you can only do 4K 8-bit 420. So this gives you a little bit more range with your color and everything that you're able to do with this camera and this recorder. So when you first get this recorder and you hook it up to your R or any other camera, you're gonna wanna change a few settings in the camera. If you have the auto off feature on your camera enabled, you're probably gonna wanna disable that. I've had the R shut down on me a few times just because it's saying, oh, we're not doing anything at the moment. I'm just gonna shut off because it was recording to the monitor and not the camera. So the camera just thought, I'm not really doing much right now. I'm gonna turn off. So make sure you get into your menu and change the auto off features to disabled or just give it a longer time frame. Now the next thing you probably wanna do is set the camera up to when you hit record on the camera, it starts recording on the monitor itself. I'm not sure how to do this on every camera, but I'll walk you through how to set it up on the R. It makes a big difference. So on the R, you want to go into your menu under the first camera one, go down to time code, go down to HDMI, make sure the time code is on, and then turn record command to on as well. This will enable you to start recording to the monitor itself from the camera versus having to hit record on the monitor. Now, if you want to shoot 10-bit, you're going to have to make sure you go and set that up through the menu system. It's just under C-Log and you just change 8-bit to 10-bit. Pretty simple. The one thing with this is if you want to shoot 10-bit, it's only in 4K. You're not able to shoot 1080 in 10-bit. That's a couple of 10s there. Now, if you're pairing an Atomos up with an R, one thing you might run across is you're only able to shoot 1080 at 60 frames a second. There is a workaround around this. If you want to shoot 24, it's pretty simple. Let me walk you through it real quick. Once again, open your menu, go to Movie Record Quality, and enable 24p. And this will open up the option to shoot 1080 24 on the Atomos recorder. So your frame rate options with this is shoot 1080 24, 1080 60, 4K 24, and 4K 30. And one other feature that I've found out about the Atomos after playing with it is that there's a built-in time-lapse mode where you can go in and set every little parameter you want into a time-lapse. This will record your time-lapse in 4K, in C-Log, in ProRes, just ready to go right out of the box. Just load it right into Premiere and you have a ready-made time-lapse that's easy for color grading. Now you may be thinking, hey, all you need is an intervalometer for that, set that up, and just let it go. But the built-in time-lapse in this just kind of helps alleviate some of that process of processing photos, bringing all those photos into Premiere, making a time-lapse out of that. Just speeds it up a little bit. And then if you're using this with a cinema camera, that gives you a time-lapse option without having to record long time frames and then condense that down later. I've been recording with this mostly in ProRes, but it also has the option to record in DNx HR. Both codecs play back very nice on my iMac. When I'm recording internally from the camera, I have a lot of stuttery playback. The machines don't handle that codec very well. But with ProRes, I can play back the 4K files, no problem. It makes my workflow a lot simpler, a lot faster, and just a lot cleaner, easier to work with. Now, when I first picked this recorder up a few days ago, I brought it home and I hooked my cables up to it, and I was having a lot of issues with it just constantly flickering and disconnecting from the camera. It turns out I had a bad HDMI cable and I just never come up with my other uses with that cable. So I ordered a short coiled cable from Atomos. It's supposed to be made for this recorder, right into the EOS R or 5D Mark IV. But I had a little bit of an issue with it. I think they had a bit of a manufacturing flaw and this end was never connected to this wire. I don't think this is a common problem, but I've been in touch with Atomos. I'm still waiting to hear back, see if they're gonna replace it for me. I really hope they do because this was never gonna work. That was never connected. In fact, it came about like this. Fell right off. So Atomos, if you're watching, I'd like a new cable, please, please and thank you. Like I said, I don't think that's a common issue. It just looked like a manufacturing defect. These things happen. We'll see how they handle it. Now, file sizes coming off of this Atomos, they're bigger than the internal file sizes, but not by a whole lot. I did a quick little comparison where an internal 4K 8-bit recording, 1 minute, just shy of a 2 GB file, and then the same recording on the Atomos 4K 24 10-bit was just shy of 2.5 gigs. So it's more data, but it's not a whole lot more data. And that was in ProRes 422, which is a very high quality codec, easy to work with, easy playback on a Mac, easy to grade. And then the internal recording versus the ProRes LT size, they're very, very similar. The ProRes LT is just slightly larger than the internal recording size, but they're very, very close. If you're worried about space, record in ProRes LT, you're still getting 10-bit and you're not getting a massive file size. Now, most people do mention this, and it can be an issue that these screens have fans going in them. The fan has been sitting here running. I don't know how loud it is because it's right here, I'm right here, the mic's right here, so it may be picking it up, it may not be. But if you need to be on a really, really quiet set, make sure you get this as far away from the mics as you possibly can, because it does have a fan that gets a little whiny sometimes. Not too loud, but it is there. So overall, I think these two make a really great pairing. I did get the Shogun Inferno, which is the 7-inch, over the Ninja V, Ninja 5. Still not sure on that. Now, I did opt for the bigger screen, the bigger recorder, because, well, one, I'm kind of used to a 7-inch screen instead of a 5-inch screen. If you're gonna be a lot more portable, the 5-inch screen's probably definitely the way to go. It's about half the weight of this guy, and it's gonna be a lot more portable, a lot easier to just strap on top of your camera and take it downtown, go shooting. I'm still gonna do it with this. It's just gonna take a little more effort because it is such a large screen. And then you are able to put 2 batteries on the back of this one, so the batteries will last a little bit longer for you. But that just, it just adds more weight to it. So this is probably made for more of a stationary, less portable setup, but I'm gonna make do with it, and hopefully it works for me really well. So the Shogun Inferno and the Ninja 5 both take the same batteries, they both take the same hard drives. The Ninja 5 is just a lot more compact and portable. Now here's a comparison between the 4K 10-bit and the internal 8-bit on the EOS R. The internal recording looks like it's recording slightly flatter. The external recording seems like it has just a tad more contrast to it. Now if we zoom in on this, the internal recording is a little bit softer than the external recording, but it's a little difference there, and it's the little differences that make the difference. Now, one other thing you're gonna have to watch out for if you're not recording in 10-bit 4K is the screen output from the R. If you have any data up on the screen, it's gonna actually record straight onto the recorder, which can be a good thing if you're trying to do a camera demo, but you don't want to get back at the end of the day and realize you shot all this great footage for this film and your record button was up there in the top corner, or all your settings were set up, recorded, baked into the image on the side. Just keep an eye out for that because it will record everything that the camera sends to it. Like I said before, the Ninja 5 and the Shogun Inferno should be about the same in the way they record the data from the R. I'm gonna link to a video up here, Maddie's video. He did some really amazing footage with the Ninja 5, so check that out. Soak up all his knowledge too, really great guy. So go ahead and check that out too. So just FYI, if you have a 5D Mark IV and you want to use a recorder like this, you're only going to get an output at 1080. You're not going to get a 4K output from a 5D Mark IV. I haven't found a way to do it. If it is possible, let me know. I haven't found a way to do it yet. Alright guys, well if you find this video useful, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button down there, hit that subscribe button, leave me a question in the comments, let me know what you thought about the video, let me know if you have any questions about the recorder itself, and I really appreciate you checking out the video, and I will see you guys next time. Hey guys, real quick update, I did hear back from Atomos after finishing this video, and it sounds like they're gonna send me a brand new cable, no questions asked, so I really appreciate it, Atomos. really good on you guys for taking care of that for me. I really appreciate that. So appreciate it, guys. I will see you next time.